Dear children, if you are here listening to this, then there is a purpose. There is wisdom in this video that I am eager to share with you. This wisdom is the beginning of knowledge. It is the foundation, the starting principle to ascend, to reach your highest level, and to embody your highest self. Have you ever wondered why, in the Christian tradition, it is said that the fear of the Father is the beginning of knowledge? To rephrase it, the fear of the Father is the starting point of knowing the ledge. When Yeshua the Christ famously proclaimed, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." What does that mean? And why did he speak such words? Meek does not mean weak and docile, harmless or low. Meek signifies gentleness with unwavering strength and trust in the source that governs all. Meekness in a person is one who approaches the source with total trust and complete surrender. This is the highest of virtues. At that moment, the person has relinquished their flesh, their lowly desires, and has begun to operate from their crown chakra, as famously taught in the Hindu tradition. Now, you do not find this concept only preached in the Gospels. Lao Tzu of the East, in his renowned writing in the Tao Te Ching, emphasized total surrender. For he said, "Yield and overcome. Be truly whole and all things will come to you. Those who do not trust enough will not be trusted." Dear children of light, chosen ones, it all comes down to a simple execution of surrendering and integrating the ego. There is wisdom in understanding the ego. What is the ego? And how can it hinder your growth and connection to the source? The ego is the artificial construct of the self, the illusory identity to which we often cling. It is the part of us that seeks control, power, and self-preservation above all else. The ego is the barrier preventing us from fully connecting with our true selves and the source of all creation. Søren Kierkegaard, a Danish philosopher, once said, "The tyrant dies, and his rule is over. The martyr dies, and his rule begins." This quote highlights the power of transcending the ego and surrendering oneself to a higher purpose. When we let go of our own self-importance and embrace our connection to something greater, something selfless, something transcendent, we open ourselves up to the possibility of genuine growth and transformation. Let go and let God, right? Release your weak physical perceptions of life. The ego may be your doom. Let's consider Carl Jung's views on the ego. Carl Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst, also had a profound understanding of the ego. He said, "The ego is the self's dark shadow, a stubborn, inescapable presence that we must learn to accept and integrate." Jung believed that the ego was an essential part of the human psyche, but that we must learn to recognize and integrate it into our lives in a healthy way. This involves acknowledging its existence and understanding its role in our lives, but not allowing it to dominate or control us. Yeshua the Christ urged us to be meek. Lao Tzu advised us to yield and overcome. Søren Kierkegaard declared, "The martyr dies and his rule begins." To genuinely ascend and reach our highest potential, we must let go of the ego and embrace our true selves. This surrender enables us to operate from a place of love, compassion, and trust, rather than fear, control, and self-interest. As we learn to let go of the ego and surrender to the source, we begin to recognize our interconnectedness with all things, and our true power emerges. So, dear children, embark on this journey of self-discovery, embrace the wisdom of surrender, and allow your highest self to manifest in this world. As you let go of the ego and find harmony with the greater force that connects us all, you will start to experience a newfound sense of freedom, purpose, and fulfillment. In conclusion, remember that the path to your highest self is not one of control, power, or self-preservation, but one of surrender, trust, and interconnectedness. Embrace the teachings of great philosophers and spiritual leaders from various traditions, integrate the lessons of the ego, and move forward with humility and grace. Allow the wisdom in this message to guide you and inspire you on your journey toward becoming your highest self, so that you may contribute to the world in a meaningful and transformative way. May you find the strength to surrender, the courage to face your ego, and the wisdom to embrace the divine source that connects us all.